Hello everybody, hey, it's Ken Faulkner coming in with another collection video. We're going to slip one in, second one on a Saturday. Um, yeah, I've been wanting to do this one since I did my last slip joint collection video. And I don't know if I think I'm confusing people sometimes, probably a lot, but having to do with these collections and how it's like all in pieces. I remember somebody was saying, "Oh, you did a collection video?" Well, not exactly. You know, you guys that been hanging around and watching throughout know it's been this long, continuous collection video, and it seems like it's going on and on forever. We're definitely getting down towards the end. But yeah, I did my first one, and it was like the Rough Rider and that kind of range. Now we're kind of a little bit elevated, and I noticed I had some comments in there going, "Hey, you should really check out some Rosecraft." And you know, the reality is that I am definitely a big fan of Rosecraft. I have several here, and I got a couple others that are kind of in that general range too. But you can see in this range, Rosecraft dominates what I have, and it's just because the quality that they bring at the price. You know, everything. It's kind of like this whole saving up money for Blade Show. Um, Everything's set in a price range, and the thing is that if you want to get the real expensive stuff, you're gonna have to save up a little bit more. If you want to get just budget stuff, yeah, you can probably get them a lot more often. So you gotta have to decide how you want to do it. But then there's those ones in the middle, and that's kind of like I keep talking about the sweet spot. The Faulkner 5 came out of that range, but I would say that as far as the sweet spot for slip joints, yeah, it's Rosecraft in that kind of price range. So they're not as cheap as the Rough Riders. The cheapest one on the table is 35, but that one's at the case, one of the case ones. So the cheapest, I guess, of the so 55. So the range is about 55 to 90 for the Rosecraft. Am I right? No, sorry, but it's close, 55 to 80. It's a great price range for me. It's still like for normal lives. Normal lives. Did I just say that? I should delete that. If I ever edited things, I would. For locking knives, modern knives. Sorry, that was bad. That was bad. I am primarily collecting the moderns, and but I do love these traditionals, and I'm not trying to besmirch them at all. But anyway, for the price range, generally speaking, slip joints have always tended to be kind of lower in the range for the quality that you're getting. So if I was getting this kind of quality, I would expect it in a locking knife, and I'm not sure why. Because there's a lot going on with these, and so there must be reasons why. But I would expect it to be more in the $100 to $250 range, whereas these are all sub $100 knives. Anyway, you know, before I get myself into more trouble, let's get into it. Let's go around the outside of the Rosecrafts, and then we'll roll through them. So I got a couple cases up here, case knives there, and people make like full collections out of case knives. They have great knives, but there have been comments that I've heard, and I've mentioned it before, about their quality. But the two that I have in my collection are pretty good, and I feel like I need to get some more, and maybe then I will kind of see what people are talking about. But I haven't, and maybe it's like little things, like little gaps that I just don't notice because I'm not that savvy with all the requirements here. But this one is just the sodbuster, very basic, and this one is inexpensive. This one would be the least expensive, the $35 one that I was talking about on here. But it's a great knife. I really love the size of it as far as using and being a tool. It's not the fanciest. It's not the prettiest, which is another thing that kind of, you know, attracts my eye for sure. But this just plain, and this is me just introducing myself to case knives because of the fact that they've been kind of, some people have been saying things about them. So I just kind of wanted to go into it easily, but I was very, very impressed with this one. And so I love the Sodbuster. I think it's a great shape. Lots of great variety here. I talked about variety on one of my other videos recently. I think it was actually on the Rough Rider one. I like variety of knives, and you get like in with slip joints because you have single bladed knives and multiple bladed knives. There's even more options that you can get. More variety in there, and I could definitely go hog wild. And I have to a certain extent. I mean, if someone were just to look at my slip joints, I don't know exactly how many I have. Probably like 30 to 40 in total. Maybe, yeah, close to 40. That before I started really getting into collecting, I would have been like, yeah, that's a lot of knives. And a lot of people would, normal people, unlike myself, who just seems to be crazy about knives. This is one that I've gotten recently. This is the case, what do you call this lock? The WR Rust Lock. So this is something I saw Raybo, and there's some of these people that really, really know and really like their slip joints have really influenced me and said, there's got to be something really cool that I need to find out about these. And I still don't appreciate them, I think, as much as they do, but I do like them a lot. So the Rust Lock, WR Pocket Knife Rust Lock, it's got this cool, I forget what they called this. They called it a Mediterranean blue bone, but it's also another name for it where it's like worn or something. So it's not as sharp of an edge. It has such a great feel to it and a great look. So it's odd to see these two. This is such a basic knife, and then this one's got this locking mechanism and this opening mechanism, and it's got this cool. You see a lot of this with case, though. That's why I want to get more case knives, because you got so many different color combinations and things like that. So it's almost like two opposite sides of the coin with the two case knives that I have. And then the one here on the bottom, I won this one again on a giveaway. I don't know if I would have ever known about this company if it weren't for that giveaway. This is on Bees Blades back when I used to win all the time. I keep waiting. I keep going to the lives and hoping I'll win. Yeah, obviously it's not just about that, but you figure you just keep going, you're eventually going to win. In fact, it was Raybo whose influence on me for the slip joints. He won last Friday. Congratulations, Raybo. Good job. And it's fun to watch everybody else win, too. I mean, and it's not like it bothers me that much, because I've won a lot of stuff, but I won this one. This is one of the top dog packages, and he is very familiar with Manly. And S90V. So really, you would think that this thing would be one of those super expensive ones, but it's only $92. So it's still in that kind of sweet spot for slip joints range for me, where I'm getting quality. I mean, the handle material is this G10, but it's got this starburst sort of pattern. This is just amazing. And the S90V, it does have a clip even, which I like. I do like it. It's probably, I don't know, it may be more important to me on a modern folder to have a clip, because I love clip. I got like keys that have clips on them. I got all everything clips. My wallet that I have is like a minimalist, and I have like a lanyard attached to it, and then I clip it to my belt loop. I love clipping these things on. It just feels like you can find it easy. Anyway, great grind lines on this thing. It's a really nice knife for under $100, and it's even better when you win it, right? Multi steps. It's got 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So not just half stops, quarter stops. Very interesting. This one was made in Bulgaria, which is part of the interestingness of it. I really like this knife. I probably should be looking to get something else from them because I like it so much. But anyway, very cool knife from Manly. That one is called the Comrade. And now we get into it. We get into the Rosecrafts. It's one of those brands now that I go to their booth every time I go to a show. So I'm always picking up something at one of the shows. And sometimes multiple things. I also got some of their cool slips. They got the larger one, and then they got the smaller one. You can see this. So, different size knives, you need different size slips. Very reasonably priced. And such great people. Such great people there. So, anyway, I always enjoy it. It's not just for the knives, but it's also for the experience and the people. So, always fun. So, let's go through them. I remember wanting this one because of the skull, and it took me a while to get it. I think I ended up picking it up at one of the blade shows because they had it. See if I can remember which one this one is. It is the Obed Bow Trapper. I think that's right. The Obed Bow Trapper with the skull. And he's got like different types of shields that he'll use. Some things don't have shields, like these two. I know he did a series, I think, with the heart and the spade and all those ones. Maybe I'll pick one of those up this year because the Rosecraft is at all the shows, so they'll be at West. Maybe I'll get one of those there. Who knows? We'll see if they even have it on the table because these things go in and out, as far as making them. So yeah, very cool knife, nice full size, big. I love that curve. I've talked about that all the time, almost like a gun stock or a gun pistol grip type thing. I love it because it fits in my hand so well, and when I want to cut, it's just ergonomic, really nice. You don't have to worry about clips with this. Good thing about it, because the clips can mess with ergos. Yeah, really nice, really nice. Very useful knives. I mean, you can cut with them. It's not like it's gonna close on you. I know people get worried about that, but it's not like it's really gonna close on you. I mean, usually you're pushing in the direction that it can't go any further. So this one's such a great one. That bourbon bone, so nice. Clinch River Swayback. Won an award the year that I bought it. I had to come back the second day because he had brought a bunch to the show. I really wanted it, but it had sold out. And he said come the next day because he had had a bunch of them, but he wanted to decide the best one to put in for they have a competition, and they vote for different knives. And I think this is like I always forget the term, but it's something to do with not being domestic, not being U.S. made, but out in other countries because they are made in China. Anyway, yeah, I love this knife. It's been used quite a bit, and it's such a great shape with that hawk bill. I think can you see? Yeah, it's got a little bit of hawk to it. Great tip on it. Just got to be careful. And you got that finger choil, so even if you were worried about it shutting, it's not going to. Ergonomic, it's got the swayback type thing. And that's also ergonomic as well. I think I do like the swaying down than the swaying up better, but this feels really good, especially with that choil thing. It's just a really nice knife. That bourbon bone is so cool. We're talking, a lot of these are D2. Let me see if there's any that are not. I'm running through the whole list, and they're all D2s. So I love D2. I've mentioned it many times. You can get a couple of little spots on them. I actually cleaned up one. I probably need to clean this one up before I put it away. A little bit. Now, most of these are quite different. And you can see, I guess, well, I don't know if I have enough room to leave them. We'll move these guys out of the way, and we'll put all because the star of the show seems to be Rosecraft, so we'll leave them open and try to get some fingerprints off of them. So you'll see the difference. All different styles. Now there's two here that are definitely more the same. One of them I bought which is this one here. This is the Mosquito Lake Moose, and I love the size of it. It is a two knife, two knife. And it's like a canoe, so they come out of each side. Two full-size blades, two classic shapes. We got the clip point here and then the drop point here. Beautiful moss. Let's see if I have the name of that one too. Moss brown bone is what it's called. It's kind of got a greenish though to it, and you hear stories about how they find this stuff, and this may be one of the ones that like was found like actually under the water or something like that that gets that color in there. But it's beautiful. Andy really from Rosecraft, he goes and finds the colors and the materials for these handles, and you can see I do get a lot of different ones. Now this one is the most similar to anything else because I didn't buy this one. It was given to me by Raybo. He reached out. He said, "Hey, I got two of these. I don't know how I ended up with two," and he wanted to give me one. And this one does have. This is the one that's the cigar pattern. Not that I'm an expert at that. And this one is. Which one is it? The Briar Patch. I think this is the Briar Patch Jack, if I remember correctly. Raybo, if you're watching this, you can always correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's busy. You know, a lot of YouTubers don't really watch my channel, at least, smaller channel, because they're busy doing their own stuff. But look at that, two-bladed, kind of the canoe thing. There are differences, though. You can see this has got more of that arc, whereas this is more straight, and definitely this has that cigar pattern. Looks like a cigar. We'll get the shield. How about the shields up? Try to make it look all nice and neat, professional. But yeah, you can see that the curve is definitely different. But then otherwise, I mean, but this one is kind of almost like a sheep's foot and then a clip point rather than the drop point on this one. So there are the differences, but I probably wouldn't have picked that one out if I was buying myself, but it's a great knife. Thank you so much, Raybo. Appreciate it. This one is the Tenacity Lake Teardrop, and I love this Bora Bora Blue Bone. I saw it. It's pretty small. I mean, and I do like smaller ones. I do have a set of smaller slip joints, but I did want to throw this one in with the Rosecraft. There's actually another Rosecraft that's in with the smaller. It's much smaller. And that'll be on a separate collection video. So, if you're thinking this is all the slip joints I have, there's more to come. Just keep watching. But, I just try to keep it down to a minimum so my voice doesn't like go completely away, and it doesn't take 5 hours to upload. It's got Andy's little maker mark there. You can see it, the A. But this one is very cool. I love the blue bone. I had to get it on something, and I've seen this one around being shown by Tim and or all those people that do this. Big Red. There's lots of people. I don't want to start mentioning names because I'll forget people. But anyway, that's a cool little knife. It does have good ergonomics to it. It still get 4 fingers on it, and it's definitely got enough blade there to cut for sure. Nice swedge on top. I mean, the quality that you're getting out of these, the little details. I mean, like you can see swedges on every one of these knives. There's like the little additional features that are thrown in, plus the walk and talk, just amazing. This is the farmhand. Let's see what the official name. Where are you? Oh yes, Overall Creek Farmhand. I love that crosshatch pattern. So none of the other ones have that crosshatch. Very cool with the wood, whereas a lot of these are bone or that kind of thing. Most of them are bone. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of bone, but different colors of bone. So definitely. And then I think this one's micarta. Let me double check that one. Yeah, micarta. But bone with that crosshatch, it feels really good in the hand. It looks really good, and it has that sodbuster look. So if you break out the sodbuster, it's like this is a sodbuster junior actually. So it's a little bit bigger. I don't know. I don't have a sodbuster full size from the case, but it seems like this might be like a full size as opposed to the junior. Yeah, and anyway, it just, I love it. It's ergonomics, a slight little, downward swoop on it that I love. The blade looks so good, kind of almost like a flat back. Great grinds on this one. No swedge here, but yeah, it's a big old nail nick on that thing. Definitely got plenty of room to grab that one. Very nice. This one does not have the shield on it, and then I had to get one of his what do you call it, stag handle. This one's a tight one. Some knives definitely have a much harder pull. They have numbers for them. I can only guess what that is. I just don't know enough about it, but this one would be up there, probably like 6 or 7. It's got a good strong pull to it. I love the way that that Andy does this stag, where it kind of tapers down and it meets with the bolster, or whatever you call these pieces on a slip joint. Yeah, so it's a nice big handle, fills the hand. That's a plus to me, and good size. This one is called the, which one is that one? The Stinking Creek. I don't know how I forgot that one. I love that name. The Stinking Creek Sow Belly. How great of a name is that? So awesome. With the stag, looking good. Very cool. No shield on that one either. So yeah, I love. I think that I could be happy just buying Rosecraft if that's all I had available. Unfortunately, I can't stop myself from buying other stuff, so it just has to be what it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm almost 100% positive you'll see me bringing home one for Blade Show West, because I really, really like all of the Rosecraft knives, really, but mostly their slip joints. So there you go. I don't know if I could fit this one on here. I have to kind of squeeze it all down. That's this set out of maybe 4 or 5 little collection videos, at least 4 of my slip joints. Yeah, but this is that sweet spot. So thanks a lot for watching. Time for me to stop talking. I always mix that up. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.